Notre Dame will kick it off to get us underway. Long kickoff, no chance for a return. It'll be a touchback. So Alabama's offense has the football first here today. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
Just underway, and this home crowd is fired up and ready to make a difference today. Receiver makes the catch. They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass. Second down, we're going to throw it. Catch made on the sidelines. It's a short gain, but enough to move the sticks. They beat the blitz there with the pressure bearing down. He just dumped it off to the back.
A nice job of just keeping his eyes downfield, because you're right, that pressure got to him in a hurry. Thankfully, the running back was right in his line of sight. He's able to dump it to him as a safety valve, and he picked up the first.
And a big gain across midfield moves the ball inside the enemy 40-yard line. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
You know, plays like this are what Alabama offense is all about. They run the football, and then they're efficient within their passing game. Think about it. They won a couple national championships with Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron by just being efficient and playing smart at the position and being a great complement to that running game in the defense.
Mental mistake by the defense, a 5-yard penalty. Second down play coming up. Here's a carry for the fullback. Makes a nice move there. And they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Quarterback finds an open target on the left side. All the way to the end zone. Touchdown, tied.
Chris, how about the call here with the wheel route? The running back, we know he can run the football, but here he shows his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield, and that wheel route is tough on a defense. Sometimes the back can get lost. Here he catches it, finds his way into the end zone for a touchdown.
BAT is good. They jump in front, 7-0. Now they get set to kick it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. So Notre Dame's offense gets their first crack now. And here we go. The other half of this running back matchup we've been looking forward to, Kirk. Both guys come in rested, fresh, and very motivated.
How great is this, Chris? Usually in this era, it's about the quarterbacks and the receivers and getting the ball out in space. And in this matchup, we got two of the best running backs in the country going head-to-head.
Man tackled after a small pickup there. And now from the pistol formation. And here's the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 31.
But I feel like they called that knowing chances are they're not going to hit a home run. But look at this. Put themselves in a perfect third down situation. It's much more manageable.
They've got him. It's a sack for the defense.
A really good job by this defense. The quarterback looked to be trying to work through his progressions to find his open receiver, but before he knew it, he's on his back.
Oh, a big decision here very early. They're going to go for it on their own side of the 50 on the first possession. Quarterback delivers complete to the right side. McGain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
Hey, they hit this for the first down, and I kind of like the approach. Be aggressive. Show your players that you believe in them, especially early in the game like this. Take a chance, and here it works out for them.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete. Brings up 2nd down. Split backfield here. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on 1st down. Oh, downfield catch made on the left side. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. This Notre Dame offense is moving quickly down the field. A pop pass on the jet sweep. They bring him down to the 27. This offense really threatening now.
Well, they've had an entire week to try to find weaknesses in this defense and how to attack. And here in the opening drive, they're using the receiver in motion to get him the ball in space and give him those blockers out in front. Great job of designing the play and great execution here by this offense.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play. The gain makes it second and medium. Tailback takes the handoff again. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
Well, the defense coordinator this week, all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Makes the catch. Can he get in? He makes it to the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Kirk, they were backed up to start the drive, but some bold play calling, great execution, and they reach the end zone.
You know, it's easy to just kind of pull your horns in and get conservative when you're pushed way back close to your own goal line, but not this offense. They came out, showed the confidence that they have in their quarterback, and it paid off. Nice touchdown.
On the kickoff is hammered, sails out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. And they get him down after the completion. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Quarterback looking to pass here on second down. Easy throw to a wide open receiver downfield. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air. See what the call is on 1st and 10.
You know, Chris, if we would have told Bear Bryant that Alabama would have a wide receiver that won a Heisman in recent years, I don't think he would have believed us. But that's where we are. They've been some great ones in the past, and we're seeing some great-looking receivers on this unit right now.
Great cut there. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. Press coverage now from the secondary. Quick throw. The catch is made.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays. But the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to the penalty. That's good news for the offense. Alabama's offense now lining up on 1st and goal. Timeout called by the defense. They'll go to the sideline and try to adjust. That's their first timeout. The offense sets up with a 1st and goal. They'll go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama.
Chris, we get so caught up in this era of the spread, of throwing the football and the quarterback and the receivers. This is a great example of the value of having a running back that has a nose for the end zone and can take it in for a touchdown.
PAT makes it a 7-point lead. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. They'll return it from inside the 5. He's got some daylight, turning on the speed. Goes out of bounds. They'll spot the ball at the 39. Good starting field position. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. The passing game was so effective in the last possession. Right down for a touchdown. We'll see if the defense can make adjustments. Here's the first play of the drive now. They begin at the 39. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6.
It's exactly what you want to see as a play caller. You get positive yards to be able to kind of keep you on schedule as a play caller. That's all you can ask for. Good job up front and a nice run.
Catch made on the left side. Defense surrounds him. Just a short gain on that completion. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Third down play here out of the shotgun. Receiver makes the grab. He's tackled inside the 35 and picks up a first down.
Well, that's exactly how you dice up a zone coverage. Nice throw downfield here on third down, and a really good route to give the quarterback a chance to make it.
They've got him. Defense comes up with a sack.
Well, the defense would not be denied on this play. They come up with a sack. Quarterback really didn't have much of a chance at all. Lucky he just held on to the ball.
Second and long for this offense after the sack. And he drops back in the gun. He's escaping the pocket now. And the protection breaks down yet again. Another sack.
I mean, that's another sack, Chris. I mean, we're just getting started here. First half, and you're already talking about giving up 3 sacks. You got to think about changing things up schematically, help that offensive line, and help that poor quarterback before he gets killed.
And the punt team makes its way onto the field. Ball lands right at the 1-yard line and bounces into the end zone for a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Great possession last time. They punch it into the end zone. Can the defense come up with a stop this time? First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. With the catch, it's Hill. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain. Offense getting set up. Here's second down. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. Brought down for a loss after the completion. Not what they were looking for. So the offense faces a third and manageable here from the 25-yard line. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. Quarterback finds a target on the right. It's complete. Breaks clear. End zone ahead. They could not stop him. He's in. Touchdown, Bama.
Chris, how dangerous is this offense? Well, of course, you know about the receivers, those vertical shots, but here's an example. You give the ball to the running back out in space, takes it all the way to the end zone for a touchdown.
And they tack on the extra point. And here's the return from inside the 5. Makes it to the 16. That's good coverage there. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. They came up empty on the last possession, forced to punt it away. Can they begin to click now? Here's the handoff. They get him down, but that's a nice play. Moves the ball to the 33.
Well, another first down run for Notre Dame. And, man, they have such great history of running the football over the years. I know you know that, Chris, but not just the backs. You think of those offensive linemen they've had in South Bend. Just what a tradition and something I know they're very proud of.
That run picks up first down yardage, a fresh set of downs for this offense. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Incomplete. Second down coming up. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. Finds an open target on the left side. Tackle made after the completion.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Brought down after 40, that'll be a first down.
Well, when you play zone defense on third down and you don't get pressure from your defensive line, you're going to give a quarterback a lot of time to be able to find an open receiver and eventually get the first down. Not surprised at all that they're able to convert.
And it's incomplete. The defender arrived the same time as the football, and now it's second down.
That's a misfire there, Chris. This passing game has got to be able to get into sync and find a rhythm.
Incompletion sets up a second down. On the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Deep shot caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Irish. Made the defense look slow that time. PHC is good. They still trail, though. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And this won't be returnable out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. A little bit of my turn, your turn so far in the early going. Both offenses scoring touchdowns in their last possession. Goes a fastball, but it's intercepted. Not a great return, but the important thing, the pick wipes out a scoring threat. They'll set the offense up at the 31.
That offensive coordinator is going to have some choice words for his quarterback over the phone on the sideline after that throw. You have to be more careful with the football.
We'll hand it off. That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, another short game for this offense on the ground, and you got to give a lot of credit to the defense. They have really negated that aspect of this offense the entire first half and really making them one-dimensional.
He's got some room. Can he get there? Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Still no answer for this offense.
This is such a well-designed play here, Chris. The offensive line opens things up initially, but you can see the speed of the back and the effort by the receivers not to be selfish. These guys are blocking downfield, and that's why he got that ball to the end zone.
That one sails out of the back of the end zone at the touchback. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Looking to throw it on first down. And it's the senior getting home with the sack.
How about Notre Dame sending it back here? Here he comes up with the sack. Little Rudy magic on this one. Boy, they've had some great linebacker play over the years. Of course, think about Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith, who's now in the NFL and had a great career in South Bend. Notre Dame with great history at playing linebacker.
Offense comes up to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before the quarter expires. Looking to throw it on third and very long. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. And through one quarter, let's see how the quarterback's stats stack up. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. From the shotgun, handoff inside.
You know, in the era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage and not give up big run plays.
Tackle made after a big gain. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
You know, Chris, you think about it, efficiency has always kind of been the description of a great Alabama quarterback. Man, think about the playmakers that they've had over the last few years at this position. Jalen, Tua, Bryce Young recently. Just a different level of quarterback play and really gives this offense edge to it.
Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the first down. Here comes the up-tempo offense.
Good job of reading the blitz here by the quarterback, and it doesn't matter where it's coming from. The tight end knows that they've become a big part of the passing game because they should be an outlet.
And it's intercepted right near the goal line. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice interception.
And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. Breaks loose at the 15. Tackle made, but he gets the ball out across the 20-yard line. Good game.
You know, everybody always wants to talk about quarterbacks today and receivers, and don't get me wrong, that's a big part of the evolution of the game and where we are. But, man, for me, as a fan, when I'm watching a game, there's just something satisfying about the teams and the offenses that still have backs that can carry the ball and come up with plays like that. Move those sticks and keep this drive going.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Single back, takes the handoff. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37.
Chris, it's the consistency of this back is giving this defense fits. They've got to come up with some changes up front. This guy's already over 50 yards, and if he keeps running the way he is, not only is he having a great day, but it's going to give this quarterback a chance to hit some big plays downfield off play action.
Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. He's moving out of the pocket. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play. Getting set. Here's second down.
Defenses all around the country got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
They bring him down, but that gain moves the ball all the way to the 31.
Chris, really, that's all you want to see from this offense is the ability to just be efficient. If you can just avoid the mistake, make those first downs, be a great compliment to what you want to do run the football. There's a great chance of putting enough points up on the board to win this game.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Looking to throw again. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And he finds a wide-open receiver. They forgot about him downfield. Brought down at the 3-yard line, but this offense now has a first down and goal right there. Notre Dame lining up now for a first and goal. On the ground, trying to power toward the goal line. Couldn't quite get in, but they're knocking on the door at the 1.
A pretty good push up front here by this offensive line to get some positive yards here. You wonder if they're going to be able to run it in, or they're going to have to spread this defense out and try to find a one-on-one matchup to put the ball through the air.
Fights his way in for the score. Touchdown, Notre Dame. Kicking team out for the PAT try. PAT puts him in front by 7. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Well, he thought about coming out, but instead takes a knee and they'll bring the football to the 25-yard line. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defensive coordinator. And you're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Alabama comes up to the line quickly. On third down, he drops to throw. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore. The punt team making their way on the field. See if he can make something happen with the return. And they've got the returner corralled. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. The last possession was a passing game clinic. They moved it right down for a touchdown. And looking for a big play here. And the pass caught inside the 15. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Irish.
Well, that's a well-oiled machine right there. Everyone on this offense has been a star in their roles. And when they're rolling like this, it results in quick and positive results.
And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. Last time was a quick 3 and out. Can they get a drive going this time? Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. The offense going with the hurry up. Handoff in a single back formation. Tough running there. Breaks a tackle. Picks up the first down. A running play gives the offense a fresh set of downs.
Chris, I don't know. There's just something about that Bama uniform. When they run the football, it just feels right. It's a combination of having those big offensive linemen, a really physical approach at the line of scrimmage, and backs that are able to pick up first downs like that right there. Beautiful play.
Second down after the incompletion. He'll hand it off. Makes the defender miss. Breaks the tackle. Now he's got room to run. He'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field.
Man, this guy can fly. He gets one crease in the defense, and phew, he is gone. This guy is as fast as there is in the game.
Running game is working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they'll stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play. receiver in motion now. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Cannot escape, and down he goes.
I can't believe the amount of pressure this defense is getting on this quarterback. Sack after sack. Well, you got to think about changing things up. Snap count, the scheme, anything at all to help this offensive line. They're overmatched so far in this game.
Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This offense really clicking.
That's what makes this guy so dangerous as a wide receiver. He can catch the ball underneath, shake and bake and go by you, or use his speed to get around you and make a big play like this for a touchdown.
No problem with PAT right down the middle. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 12. The coach wishes he'd left that one in the end zone. And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, a one-play touchdown drive through the air. Can they keep it going here? The backs got it. They'll tackle him at the 17-yard line.
It's a good, solid game. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Here's the second down play. Trying to flex the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff. Run it up the middle, but stuff for no gain.
Maybe this stop is an indicator of what's to come for this defense. The offense, frankly, has been able to enforce their will in the first half, but maybe things are starting to change.
So let's see what they like here on 3rd and short from inside their own 20. Important to pick up this first down. They've got it, but that completion good enough for first down yardage. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Crossing the 40. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. At the 10. Finally goes out of bounds after gobbling up big yardage on that run.
Man, I love how they're using the receiver here in motion. With a weapon like this, just get him the football. Simple throw for the quarterback. He's got all that speed built up. You get him the ball out there in space with a couple blockers, and you get big plays like this right here.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
The defense made a good play there, but needs to string along more stops like that against this running back if they want to be able to win this game. The run game has looked good in the first half, but maybe that won't be the case from now on.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
Man, it's just a thing of beauty to watch this offense. That's this guy's 3rd touchdown. But give the offensive line a lot of credit. They're getting enough of a push to give him some room to show you what he can do with that space.
And he knocks through the PAT. He'll bring it out from his end zone. He's tackled at the 17, so it would have been better to leave it in the end zone for a touchback. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field. Not a whole lot of time remaining before halftime to cut into this lead. Quick throw over the middle. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. It'll be enough for a first down, brought down at the 43. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. First down, looking to throw the football. It's a short completion to the big tight end.
Well, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Breaks loose at the 40. And the senior calls his own number and keeps this drive moving.
Man, nothing is more aggravating for a defensive coordinator than this right here. You've got him. You've got a chance to make a play on him, take him out of his rhythm, but instead, this guy gets away from that pressure, tucks it, and picks up some big yards.
Alabama now operating in the red zone. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Tackle made just short of the end zone. They'll put the ball about the 3. The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. They'll try the ground game here with the running back. Picks up a gain here. They'll stop him just a few inches short of the first down marker. Offense stops the clock with their second timeout to talk strategy. So here we go, third down. Defense needs a stop here. Try to force a field goal attempt. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. And now the defense will call a timeout before this critical down just to get everybody on the same page. Alabama looking to convert on fourth down here. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. He did not get it. A crucial play by this defense. What a fourth down stop.
How about the offense being aggressive? They decided to go for it here, and I got to give all the credit to this defense. Being aware, anticipating the call, knowing exactly where they needed to make the stop, and they did it.
So a little under 30 seconds to go in the half. We'll see how they play this here on 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Contact as he threw it. Oh, that was picked off. And that's a solid return after the interception.
Chris, it feels like to me the offense is being really cautious. The defenders are just sitting back there almost playing backyard football, knowing the offense is being a little bit more conservative. Eyes on the football, stepped in front of it, and makes the pick.
Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He's moving out of the pocket now.
Well, it's a great job by this defense coming up with a big sack there on 1st and goal. The offense still has their opportunities. Let's see if they can get back on track here on 2nd and goal.
This pass rush has been a problem. Another sack sets up 2nd and long. Running out of time in the pocket. And he just throws it away there. Safe move. Had nobody open. So it's 3rd down, but out comes the field goal unit. They'll try to add 3 points before halftime. This one is right through.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. Not surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
He'll take the return and try to get some better field position. And the return man brought down. That's decent yardage on that return. Time ticking away. Time for just one more play before halftime. Quarterback checks the defensive look, makes some adjustments. First down, looking to throw the ball. Looking to make a big play downfield. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the first half. Minuta's going to wrap up the first half here. Let's kick it now to Kevin Connors with our halftime update. Alabama will kick it off to start the second half. Trying to make a play from deep in his end zone. And he's brought down at the 16. Would have been better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field. Trying to build in a positive first half for this offense to see if they can stretch the lead. There's some urgency on the part of the defense to stop the bleeding here. Tackle made after a solid gain. They'll spot the ball at the 31.
Hey, whether it's been on the inside or bouncing things to the outside, this guy has shown you everything that he has to offer, and a big part of the reason why they're enjoying this nice lead.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, as you know, the reason this team has such a nice lead today is the day that this guy has had running the football. But that time, finally, the defense comes up with an answer for him.
Looking to pass here on 2nd down. Finds a receiver in the middle of the field. Tackle made after a nice pickup on the play.
Just great timing here with this quarterback and his wide receiver to pick up this first down. And really over the years, that's what Notre Dame's looking to get back to consistently, is being able to complement what they can do by running the football and to have a quarterback that can drop back and make the throw like this and keep the sticks moving and keep his offense out of harm's way.
In a big game before he goes out of bounds, the offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, he can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
Now it's 2nd down here. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Fires it to the wideout. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it.
Chris, I thought he had his hands on that football. I thought he was going to come down with it. But give the defense all the credit with a big hit to knock that ball loose.
After the incompletion, they'll face a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's going to take off. And they get him down, but that's a solid gain there to move the sticks using his feet.
These are the kind of plays that keep defensive coordinators up at night. You spend so much time putting your plan together to stop the pass, and then nobody accounts for the quarterback on a run.
He eludes the rush, and it's incomplete. The defensive pressure affected his throw that time. Now this is the 8th play on this drive. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Trying to create here on the move. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. That's another strike from this quarterback where he is having himself a day.
This guy's just having one of those days you dream about against this secondary. Let's also give credit to the wide receivers doing a nice job of getting open, and the big fellas up front for giving him enough time to throw.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Tough to win these games kicking field goals. They know they need to reach the end zone this time. And looking to throw now on 1st down. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Tackle made at the 41. That's a nice gain. They're getting closer to the 50. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to throw it here on 2nd down. Able to throw it away. He felt the heavy pressure, took a hit, but got rid of the football.
I mean, this defense is having their way with this offensive line. That poor quarterback doesn't have a chance. Every time he drops back to throw, he's getting ear-holed. You better make some adjustments up front.
And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. Not much of a return, but the important thing is the interception sets the offense up at the 45.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the 2nd half. And the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
Offense will keep it on the ground here. The pickup is 7 yards. Now it's 2nd and 3.
Well, I know this defense worked very hard at halftime to come up with answers on how to try to slow down this running back after the big first half. And he's already at it again.
There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
You know, offensive linemen are just a certain breed. They're always going to do their job, no matter who's back there carrying the ball. I'll tell you what, they have a little bit more confidence when the person that's carrying the ball can break off some big-time.
And that one's picked off. What a play. Follows the pick with a nice return before finally being brought down.
Boy, this defense did exactly what they needed to do. Come up with a turnover here in the 2nd half to get themselves back in the game. They get the interception. Now, can their offense come up with a way to cut into this lead?
And he's tackled for a loss after the catch. The defense all over that one. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. The offense with some pre-snap eye candy. Quarterback looking to throw it on 2nd down. Finds a man to the left. Big catch downfield. Finally brought down, but the gain moves it to the 44. Another chunk play. This offense is really clicking. Secondary up now, trying to jam these receivers. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. A pop pass on the jet sweep. Stopped right there at the line. No gain. Offense in hurry-up mode. They'll run it here. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. He bought some time, now lets it go. Here's a wide-open receiver, complete. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. This Alabama offense is moving quickly down the field. Brought down at the 3 after an excellent running play. Here we go, 1st and goal. A touchdown here gets them right back into this game. On the ground, trying to muscle it across the line. The defense all over it. They stop him right at the line. See if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, tied. This offense is still clicking. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Extra point knocked right down the middle. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. He's going to return it from deep in the end zone. Solid job by the coverage team. They bring him down at the 16. And the Fighting Irish offense is back on the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. The pocket breaking down. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. And he throws his 3rd interception of the day. And he'll be taken down, but after a good return.
What a play by the defense. Really, the only way they can get back into this game is to create a turnover. They get an interception, and they're in business.
The tied offense line up here on 1st and goal. Defense trying to jam these receivers at the line. Did well to avoid a loss there, but it's no gain on the play. 2nd down and goal upcoming. They'll try to power it in right up the middle. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
Man, I really thought on 2nd goal you might see the offensive coordinator elect to throw the ball, but instead try to catch the defense napping by running. And man, does it backfire.
They'll look to throw it on 3rd and goal. He's got it right near the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Alabama.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous.
And it's picked off in the end zone. Getting set to kick the ball off now. And from deep in the end zone, he'll bring it out. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. And the Notre Dame offense back out on the field. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. And the runner takes off to his right. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. So the holding penalty in the offense backs him up 10 yards. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be?
29
Takes the handoff, heads to the right. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound, and it's really solid defense on that play.
Second down, we're going to throw it. It's an out route, the catch made. Defense makes the stop after the completion.
Boy, this receiver in the slot is giving this defense all kinds of problems. He has another catch on the day. You may want to adjust out, get out of your base, maybe try 5 or 6 defensive backs on the field, somebody that can match up more athletically against this slot receiver.
First down, they'll keep the drive going to the 37.
Well, it's third down. The defense knows he's going to get the ball. You still can't stop the quarterback finding this receiver to be able to pick up another first down for this offense.
And they'll keep it on the ground. Running back has the handoff. And the senior able to make the stop after a short gain.
Nice solid run here by this back. Did a nice job of just kind of finding that lane, pick up some positive yards there on 1st and 10.
And now the running back's got it again. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 43.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
So now it's 3rd and short from the 43. Can they keep the drive going or perhaps face a tough 4th down decision? The quarterback making some changes at the line. They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Doesn't hold on. Good hit by the DB. Now it brings up 4th down. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly.
Terrier.
4th down, looking to throw for it. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. They make the tackle, but he easily gets first down yardage, and the drive keeps going.
Boy, the defense is in the right coverage here. Looked like they had exactly what they wanted to be able to come up with a stop here on 4th down. But there's the timing between a quarterback and the receiver. They knew exactly where they needed to go. Great timing and a first down.
Ready up.
Offense sets up for play number 8 on this drive.
Cricket.
And there's the handoff. Tackled, but first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down. He got it.
Offense coming to the line. They might have a chance for a couple more plays before we reach the end of the quarter. Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down. This should be the last play of the quarter. Shotgun formation here on 3rd down. Makes the grab. A chance to score. They bring him down, but not before he gains first down yardage. And as we take a break, take a quick look at how the national rankings stack up in the chase for those playoff positions.
On the set.
Crucial play here to begin the quarter as the offense sets up 1st and goal.
Let's go.
They'll hand it off. And he runs it into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish.
Chris, it's a great touchdown run here by this back. But the continuity of this offensive line was on display, and that's the reason he was able to get into the end zone.
Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the 4th quarter. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And the deep kick will sail out the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Alabama offense back onto the field. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Checks this down to the running back. Breaking free at midfield. Finally brought down after a big gain. Moves the ball all the way to the plus 48. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. It's a quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Oh, gosh, give this defense all the credit in the world. They had their eyes in the right position, playing assignment football. Quarterback just looking for daylight. Couldn't find anywhere to go there on the keeper on the option. Again, that's great assignment football by the defense.
Drops back, needing a third down completion here. It's picked off again, the fourth for this QB today. And bulldozing his way through. Steps out after a crucial takeaway. This could be a big turning point.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple of scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
They bring him down, but a solid gain there on first down. Looks to be just inches short of the marker. Less than a yard to go as they come to the line on second down. They're going to run it here. They stop him, but it's a first down.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line in the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
How aggressive will they be on this first down play?
Here we go.
Here comes a handoff. Defense makes the stop after a 5-yard gain, so 2nd and 5.
Yeah, I like the run play here. And offensively, at this point in the game, you want to remain in that attack mode first, while also staying in bounds and working that clock.
Looking to pass here on second down. And he's got his man open downfield. They make the tackle, but it sets the offense up for a 1st and goal from the 10.
You know, a lot of times college quarterbacks, they're more comfortable working to the outside. Here's an example of a quarterback with a full field read, and he hits a big play in the middle.
Gets rid of it on the move. Caught near the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. So the offense flexing here, Kirk, and stretching their lead here in the second half.
Now, that touchdown gives you a little bit more breathing room, but now it's up to your own defense to help preserve that lead so you can go back out and build onto it in the second half.
Here's the kickoff team. Let's see if they give the returner an opportunity to bring this back. That's a deep kickoff, hammered out the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Crimson Tide offense onto the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. And the first play of the drive now from the 25. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Looking right, this one caught. They bring him down at the 44. That's a solid gain, getting closer to midfield now. Alabama comes up to the line quickly.
Chris, here we are in the fourth quarter. These guys are trailing. Hadn't been a great day, but with this quarterback, he's as gifted as anybody in the country. You never count these guys out.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Fighting off the tackler. And they'll bring him down, but this offense creates a huge chunk play. Alabama has now moved into the red zone. And that is interception number 5 as the nightmare performance continues. And they tackle him right there, but that's a turnover.
I just don't think there's anything else you can do as a play caller. You've got to be able to throw the ball downfield. You just got to hope that your quarterback and receivers can execute when the defense knows it's coming. Here, the interception cost them.
And the Fighting Irish offense comes back out onto the field. This group has been clicking. They've really built momentum. Can the defense make adjustments? Come up with a stop here. Gets made on the out route. And he will make the first down. Tackled at the 26.
Well, how about this aggressive approach by this offense? They've got the lead in the fourth quarter, and these guys are continuing to throw the football. I think the offense coordinator understands that he can't allow his team to get too comfortable or complacent, even with having a lead here in the fourth.
And he's looking to make a big play downfield. That ball is incomplete. An aggressive deep shot on first down.
But, Chris, the offense takes a shot downfield, and this defender does a great job of making a play on the ball. Not only that, he tips that ball up into the air. Good chance for the defense to come up with an interception there.
It's incomplete. That was caused by the defensive pressure. And now it brings up third down.
He just has to be protected better than that. He's the guy who can shift the tenure of a game. It's the offensive line's job to ensure he's kept clean.
Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. Picks up about 5 yards, but it's not enough. Here comes a 4th down now.
On the double.
So no hesitation by the coach. The offense is out there to go for it here. Here we go on 4th down. And that will pick up a 1st down. They'll spot it at the 38.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the 4th quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job at eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the 4th quarter.
So a positive play, Kirk, with the crossing route. This is the defensive communication the coaches were worried about in this game.
Yeah, it really is a challenge in this call. When the offense goes with that deep crosser, the defense has to do a good job of communicating, really keeping their head on a swivel to understand who's coming into their zone. That time they just lost the receiver and they gave up a big gain.
They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on 1st down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. On the run here. Lets it go. Catch made just enough for 1st down.
It's almost like they don't have another receiver to throw the ball to. This guy's been making all kinds of plays today, and this time he decides to show off some fancy footwork and somehow stays in bounds.
It's an out route. The catch made. They bring him down, but an explosive play by this offense. Big gain.
I just continue to be in awe of this offense. Even with the lead, these guys are going to play for 60 minutes. They do not let up. Here they are. Typically, you want to run the football here to work the clock, but these guys stick to the game plan and keep throwing the football, trying to get more yards.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Looking to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. So a great return following the pick. They're finally able to get him down.
Hey, it may be a little bit late, Chris, but they get the interception they're desperately looking for. Now, they're still down by 3 possessions, and it's a long shot. But if they can score and maybe get an onside kick, who knows?
Looking to throw it on 1st down. And he's got it. Tackle made on the play at the 29-yard line. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength.
Hey, it's positive yards, right? That's never a bad thing. But let's face it, Chris. These guys got a long way to go.
And they chase him down outside the pocket for a sack. Alabama comes up to the line quickly. They look to throw it here on second down. Dumps it down to the back. Caught. And he's tackled after the catch. It's third down for the offense. Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. And the pass is dropped. Would have been a big gain, but he couldn't hold on.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. Hey, it's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
And it's incomplete under heavy pressure. A big fourth down stop. So here comes the Notre Dame offense back onto the field.
Chris, I totally understand why they would go for this here at this point in the game. You're down by 3 scores. We're in the second half. They felt the pressure with the possession that they had, the field position that they had. They needed to make something happen. Unfortunately, not able to come through.
Notre Dame now operating in the red zone. Handoff to the back. They'll keep the clock moving. And they'll stop him short of the line to gain.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. And that's the 2-minute warning as this offense tries to work the clock, getting closer now to an impressive victory. Notre Dame getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Here's the snap, and he's looking to throw. Pass caught. Can he get in? Brought down, but the completion moves the ball down to the 4.
Boy, they love going to this guy in the slot, don't they? What a mismatch inside. He reels in another one. This guy's automatic.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, it is tough to run the football inside this 5-yard line. Give all the credit to that defensive line, eating up those linemen, allowing the rest of the defense to fly to the football for that short loss.
Defense is coming after him. And the senior making a disruptive impact play.
Chris, let's tip our cap to this quarterback. He has gotten hit. That's the 4th sack already in this football game. Now, he's thrown for a lot of yards, so it's been one of those cases where either our band is playing or your band is playing. One way or another, you're getting a lot of fireworks in this game.
Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And it's incomplete. He was hit as he threw. Great defensive play on 4th down. Alabama's offense coming back onto the field.
I really thought that this was going to work out, showing an aggressive approach here, going for it on 4th down. Looked to be there. They just weren't able to complete it.
Snags the quick throw. Man heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Well, this offense has a long way to be able to get back and potentially win this game, but they're doing the right things, managing the clock, picking up good yards, and getting out of bounds.
Quick throw, catch made on the out route. Runner scoots out of bounds after gaining decent yards. Second down after that previous play. Defensive backs up at the line, showing press. Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Yet another interception. The disastrous performance continues. And he's wrapped up after a solid return. Looks like a player is down injured at that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check it out. Hey, guys up front lined up. It's first down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Receiver makes the catch. They make the stop, but not before a solid gain that time.
Chris, another accurate throw by this quarterback, and this guy has just been on fire all game long, over 200 yards passing, but more importantly, making great decisions for this offense and put them in a position to win this game.
But they don't make the connection. That one is incomplete.
the ready.
Offense getting set. Second down play here. From the shotgun, drops back. This time it's complete. Brought down, but the completion moves the ball inside the 10-yard line. Defense getting pushed back. Crucial third down coming up in the red zone. Can they keep the drive going, or will they have to settle for 3? He's got it near the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
Well, if you're going to give it to him, he's going to take it. That's his 3rd touchdown today against this defense. Whether they play zone or they play man, he's finding ways to win matchups and get the ball to the end zone.
This one is not returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the Alabama offense onto the field. Well, this has been a disappointment. They've had their doors blown off here, just playing for pride at this point. First play of the drive, looking to throw the football. Oh, it's dropped off the tip by the defense there. It's going to bring up second down.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
After the incompletion on first down, looking to throw it again. Oh, almost another interception. Can you believe it? It's going to bring up third down.
How about the defense today? They have played so well. I think the defensive coordinator put together a great plan. His kids clearly understood their scheme because they have been aggressive and attacking all game long.
And he'll drop back here on third down. And now in the final couple minutes, here's a deep shot. The ball is picked off. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Well, that interception really about cost them the game here. And I understand. You got to do everything you can to get back in it, down by a couple scores. But the interception, for the most part, seals the deal for the defense.
The pass ball is incomplete on the scramble. That's good coverage. Notre Dame comes to the line quickly. Second down, looking to throw it. And this pass is caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. First down and 10 now. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. And a timeout is taken, just 3 seconds left. Time for one last play. After a first down loss, it's second and long from their 25. Quarterback appears to be changing the play. Looking to pass here on second down. Heavy pressure hit as he throws. This one falls incomplete as time expires. So the win streak continues. Kirk, this team could have gone either way after that loss. They have regrouped and